Okay guys, welcome to the video. I forgot to put this in my initial recording, so I'm voicing it over now. I'm standing in front of Lake Murray in San Diego where I was performing the experiment, and I just finished my 7 days where I walked 6 miles every day for 7 days and record how I felt after, like my weight, my sleep, and other things I'll get into later. But as for walking every day, well, spoiler alert, that is completely clickbait. I only walked 5 out of those 7 days, but I think retrospectively looking at it, I think that was the better decision to make. My body was definitely not. It was a jarring transition to go from completely sedentary to trying to walk 6 miles every day in one stretch of time. So, but yeah, let's get to the video. So the point of this challenge I made is for 7 days, I'm gonna walk this trail every day. I mean, I get to change it up and go to another trail, but 6 miles is the goal. So day one started off pretty good. I got to the first 3 miles, I did the first lap, and I was feeling confident. When you first start something, when you first start going to the gym again, when you have that New Year's resolution vibe of you just want to get it done and you love doing it, that's the same feeling I had in the first 3 miles. The first 3 miles, all I could really think about was just how good my legs felt. I hadn't walked. Really, the only time I get exercise is just going to the gym and I'm just weightlifting. And so just being able to be outside and stretch my legs and walk surprisingly felt good. And then when I finished my first lap, which is when you have to touch the sign, 3 miles in, all right, I made it. The sign's right there. And I'm just chilling. Already my lower back was kind of hurting. My feet were kind of hurting a bit. I realized that I was already kind of getting tired. My legs were hurting. And now I had to walk all the way back. By the time I got back in my car, I was freezing ice cold. I couldn't even move my hands or send a text because my fingers were just so cold. They just barely wanted to move. So I couldn't wait to get back in my car, turn the heater on, and I just wish I brought a hoodie. I am so tired and I'm so freaking cold. Next time I'm bringing a hoodie. And I have a hoodie right there. I could have just used that. And then I ended up bringing a hoodie that I just didn't see that was in my car seat. I always keep a hoodie, but somehow I forgot it. And I live in San Diego. I just expect it to be warm and not too cold. Day two was more of the same. I brought a hoodie, so I wasn't too cold. I was still cold, but I wasn't too cold. When I woke up on day three, I was just dead tired. I did not want to get up and go. I'm tired. I'm sore. It's raining. I still have to walk 6 miles. I'm tired. And it's raining. I didn't even think I could go. And I didn't want to push my body to a point where I would suffer anything later on. So I just decided to take a break that day. I did all my usual stuff. I went to the gym, I did everything else. And all I didn't do was go on a walk. So day four and five, that's when it was interesting. I thought I would feel better after day three, which I did. I felt like I was much more able to come in and walk the whole 6 miles after. But I think day five was worse for my body, but I can't remember when I had brought a friend in.
Baby boy, it says touch the bullseye, your lap doesn't count.
I touched all of it.
Oh, you touch all me later tonight too.
Damn straight. But the day I brought a friend, I felt like, my body was hurting just the same, but I didn't notice it. I had a distraction. And now to my training. So when I started training, on the first few days, like day 1 through 4, my training was definitely impacted. I didn't even want to go. Usually I'm always motivated to go, even when I was working a full-time job where I have to wake up at 6:30 and then leave at 5, and then I'd get to the gym at 6:30 p.m. because the commute was so long. I still was excited to train. This, I felt like, was when I had a long day of work and I just didn't care. I wanted to go home. I had that same feeling. The only difference is now I can't justify, going home. I only walk 2 hours. All I did was walk 2 hours and then sit down all day. I didn't have a long day at work. I didn't stress. I didn't have anything. So I still forced myself to go. And on the days where I forced myself to go, usually you have those days where you don't want to you don't want to work out, but then you end up going having a really good workout. This wasn't like that. I didn't want to go work out, and I didn't have a good workout. My training was definitely impacted. So I went to the gym, I did my workout. I still tried to push myself, but I definitely had lower energy levels. But I knew it was short term. It's just when your body needs to adapt. It needs time to adapt. And I realized that by, I think it was day 5 or 6, I trained legs and I felt just fine. And so day 7 of walking this trail, and I'm very sore. My whole body hurts, my lower back hurts. I know that's a good thing. That just means that whatever was weak because I was so sedentary since I quit my job is now being strengthened, which is great. It just sucks while I'm walking 6 miles in the cold, in the wind, by the way. That's why I got my hoodie and sweatpants on. It's been great, honestly. 7 days walking this trail. I think I'm gonna go for longer. I think I'm gonna try and do 30 days. I did. Now, the weird thing is that when I started this, I weighed 214 and I was just eating really unhealthy, salty foods, drinking water and water retention and all that. So I went from like 207 to 214 within a week. And I know that's not fat, that's just water weight I'm gaining. So nothing's really changed for that. But the thing is, I really felt my metabolism speed up during the course of this, because I went from being very sedentary and weightlifting to now I'm pretty active. You know, right now, while I don't have a job, I'm thinking this is good for me. Just seeing animals and people and dogs and whatever, it kind of reminds me of when I go to coffee shops or just cafes in general and get work done. Seeing other people being happy and hardworking fuels you to be happier and hardworking. Yeah, that's the end of the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Look forward to some more videos. And if you guys got any ideas you want me to do, leave a comment.